So when a client comes into the facility, the first thing that we'll ask them to do is show them the drugs they have. Obviously, we don't supply drugs. We are here to support people who inject drugs. When they've shown the drugs, they'll come through to our injecting room here. And while in the injecting room, then a nurse will talk to them and advise them around finding a vein. For example, we have the machine here, which is a vein finder. For many people who use drugs or have injected drugs over a prolonged period of time, they can have great difficulty finding veins, and that can be very frustrating. So this piece of apparatus here is very important in that process. And when the client has found the vein, then the nurse will advise them in relation to how they should inject, and they will be given the type of needle they need. Some people use particular needles. And when all of that process has been agreed upon, the client will go to one of the bays here behind me, and they will use that bay. They will inject their drugs, and they'll be monitored throughout that process. And when they've completed that process, and they may sit for some time here, or they may go straight into our aftercare room, where they will again be greeted by project workers who have experience in working with people who inject drugs. And that whole interaction is about monitoring, first of all, how the person presents, how their physical health is, but also then perhaps the conversation around what alternatives are available for people who inject drugs and how we can get that conversation going. And it's a very delicate process. It's something that we have to be very mindful of where the person is at and what the person wants to discuss. So it's very much led by the person who has injected the drugs, but we're here to support them and help them throughout that process.
Our vein finding machine shows two types of vein, because generally we have superficial and deep veins. If the machine is showing the veins, the lines that are black and are thick and are continuous, these are the superficial veins, and the ones that are thick will show like a strip of dots. So we usually go into the superficial ones, like this one you're seeing here. You see it's a straight, thick, bold line, and you can see from his skin it's superficial. So usually we go into the superficial veins to help our clients.